Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday Funday, and yeah, this is a bit of a zombie flick. We decided since we want to kind of get into the fall spirit, real Halloween spirit of things, because starting next week is, of course, the beginning of October and the
Yeah,
end
we
of
thought.
our sanity, probably.
Yeah, we thought we'd kick off the month with a sort of horror movie.
Yeah, and a special one that we were wanting to see way back when it came out in March.
But we never got a chance to see it.
Yeah, the showtimes for it were just absolutely terrible. Or did it come out in May? No, it came out in May. Sorry, I'm wrong. Yeah, it came out, I want to say, the same weekend as Men in Black International.
Of course, it's what we ended up seeing instead.
Yeah, because it had better showtimes and also we were like, yeah, who knows? And to let y'all know what we all saw, of course, it is The Dead Don't Die.
I've been telling you this is all going to end badly.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'm quite confident of my ability to defend myself against the undead.
I can see that.
Oh, sorry, I had to be a little off about it. Now, I am going to let the more novice of the zombie flick people. I am very well versed in zombie flicks as it is. Though I will say I haven't seen like all the Italian zombie movies there are because I have so much time and only so much patience. But, Megan, what did you think of The Dead Don't Die?
You want to know?
You really want to know?
You really, really want to know?
I think the people want to know.
This movie sucked! Just don't waste your time. Just.
This movie's horrible.
I'm not even a fan of zombies normally, but there are probably way better zombie films out there that y'all can see, including zombie comedy films.
Zombieland. Go watch Zombieland. Zombieland's hilarious.
Yes.
And also, it's legitimately terrifying at parts when it's supposed to be terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's horror when it needs to be. It's comedy when it needs to be.
Yeah.
This, however, we were expecting a dark comedy about zombies. That is, in fact, not what we got.
Instead, what we got, and I should have realized once I saw the director of it, is Jim Jarmusch. I think it's how you say his name. There are some films of his I can put up with, but he is, for all intents and purpose, he is a art house director. He is a guy who directs these movies that have these subtexts and this just so much meaning, even though all it is a frog fucking a toad. It's literally all his movies are. Half the time, he thinks he is really smart. He thinks he does.
He thinks he's clever. He is not. This movie was not clever in the least bit.
It really isn't. Watch Dawn of the Dead if you want zombie subtext, because this movie thinks it's being so smart that, oh, the people are just being controlled by the technology and the life around
like, yeah,
them.
we're turning ourselves into zombies with all this material things that we're obsessing over, like cameras, or not cameras, camera phone, like, just technology in general. Just
Yeah, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cable, bullshit like that. And again, this is one of those things where everyone go, holy shit, Dawn of the Dead did this in 1978. Were you fucking stupid, dude? This was done over 40 years ago. Much better. And it still was a good zombie flick on top of everything.
And then we're hit over the head with this narrative of, oh, these people are zombies because, not just because they're consuming each other, but because they are obsessed with certain materialistic things like Wi-Fi or coffee or power tools or whatever.
Yeah, it's this wannabe attempt at trying to smash some kind of a narrative device over your head.
And just in case you're too fucking stupid to get it, we have this narration by Tom Waits at the end saying, "Oh, these people were zombies long before, thanks to this materialistic world."
Yeah, it's like, thanks, movie. I couldn't have figured out that was your fucking message.
And if I hear a theme song one more goddamn time,
Yeah, because we have a theme song that is literally "The Dead Don't Die," and we have to
by
keep having.
Sturgill Simpson,
Yeah, it's an
they
actual.
keep beating us over the head with that.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good." And it's like, it's a mediocre country song. It's like having a country song.
And every time it comes on, I keep thinking "Stand by Your Man" by Tommy Wynette.
And to be fair, it does sound quite a bit like "Stand by Your Man."
Yeah, the opening notes.
Yeah, the beat in general is just pretty much "Stand by Your Man." But
Yeah. Yeah, like the first time, okay, they play it during the opening credits, fine, whatever. Then they play it shortly thereafter in the radio, in the
when you first get introduced,
the
to
police car radio.
it's when you're first getting introduced to Cliff, played by Bill Murray, and Peterson.
Something like that, like Adam Driver.
Yeah, Adam Driver, and it's one of the two jokes we kind of chuckled at.
Literally 2 jokes.
Yeah.
Count them on one hand.
Yeah, like,
They turn on and Bill Murray's like, "What is this song? It sounds so familiar. Why does it sound so familiar?" Like, Adam Driver, "It's a theme song."
yeah, and I was like, okay. And it would have been one thing if that kind of carried throughout, like a Deadpool kind of thing. Though, again, it's not done as smartly as any of the Deadpool movies. But I was like, okay, well, maybe they're going to kind of do that here and there. Even though that is kind of weird that you're going to have these dueling ideas in movie.
Yeah.
Because pretty much you're getting rid of your metatextual references for your symbolism you want to do. So at the same time, you're destroying one for the other. Or you can do what this movie does and do both of them half-ass and end up missing your point.
Yeah, they do it only one at a time. It's at the end with, "Well, you keep saying that this is all going to end badly. How do you know?" "Oh, you really want to know?" "Yes, I really want to know. I read it in the script."
Yeah,
You read
and
the whole script?
the funny thing was I told Megan that he's going to say he read in the script.
And sure enough, like,
And that's kind of the issue with this movie, is that it wants to be that fourth wall breaking film, but it doesn't do it but twice.
yes, he wants to be this, dark comedy. It happens to have zombies in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but it wants to be clever at the same time, and it just doesn't really pull off either.
Yeah, it wants to say all this stuff, but instead, all it does is it keeps throwing characters at you that you don't care about, and it goes into the tropes of the zombie genre without doing anything properly with them.
Yeah, it takes itself way too seriously, hitting a lot of the cliches, like you're saying, but like without trying to be funny about it.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead messed around with cliches and other stuff, and did weird, doofy things. I have no idea what that noise was.
Santa just landed on the roof, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. But there are so many different things that they want to try and do, but instead, because they said, "Oh, we're going to do these stupid zombie tropes, but we're just going to play them straight."
Like deadpan, like-
You're like, if we play them straight and deadpan, that makes it funny. No, if you just play straight and all that, it just makes you seem like a really lame zombie flick.
Yeah, it just seems like you're taking the movie way too seriously, and just...
Yeah. It's bad whenever a movie like Wrestlers vs. Zombies is better than this piece of shit. And Wrestlers vs. Zombies is really, really bad. I will show you Wrestlers vs. Zombies whenever we're just bored and have nothing else to do. We're going to watch some shitty horror flicks.
It's like everybody in this movie has no freaking emotions, except for this one female cop played by Chloe Sevigny.
Yeah, her name is Mindy.
Yeah, Mindy. Yeah, she's just like over top, like, "Oh my god, why did you do that?" did you run that zombie over?
Yeah, and constantly she's doing that to the point where it's like, what? Shut up. And it's one of these issues where, how's the best way to put this? Like, they know it's zombies, they quickly deduce it's zombies, and all this other stupid crap. And Mindy being surprised at zombies, and then surprised they have to kill the zombies.
Like, oh my god, these were once people. Oh my god, it's my grandmother. Nanny, I'm coming.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense in terms of the movie. It's like, okay, so she just an idiot is all it is? I don't know.
She's just over the top, like, I think she's supposed to be that one character in zombie movies that's like, oh, well, these were once people, you know, and the really, like, presents a really, like, humanistic aspect of zombies.
Yeah.
But
But,
like, okay, well, it's like, yes, they're undead now, but they were once people, and they once had, you know, families and lives, and...
yeah, but unfortunately, they do it. That's the only trope I think they do anything slightly different with, in the fact that they make them just outright stupid. Like, sure, most of those people always end up getting a lot of people killed because of their own idiocies and idiosyncrasies that don't work within the group as a whole, especially within a zombie apocalypse. But consistently, those kind of people, at least they're supposed to be the part of us as a society that should be rejecting just willingly killing, you know, just loads of zombies just for the sake of killing zombies.
Yeah, I think it's also supposed to be a commentary on how we dehumanize other human beings and just see them as, like, other life forms that we just don't even acknowledge or something. It's like,
I guess so, but the movie just, it's so blandly bad at times, and it's so poorly done. Mm-hmm. Especially considering by the end of it all, like, they make a big deal, Tilda Swinton's in this, that she has a sword, and it turns out she's an alien, and there's a reason for that, because, I don't know.
yeah, she's like this Scottish ninja or something, and...
Scottish samurai, let's not be racist.
Okay, Scottish samurai. And then a little twist, this UFO shows up and it's like picks her up and it's like, okay, well, what about what?
What does this connect with the entire narrative? What does this have to say about anything?
It's like, this does nothing about anything.
What does this have to do with your metatextual bullshit you were doing just a bit ago? What does this have to do with the consumerism and shit that you're trying to carry on about? What does this have to connect to the entire narrative?
Only thing I can see is, one, just a silly twist for comedy's sake, or two, a commentary on how those who are, like, super smart and, like, kind of almost badass and just kind of like outside society are seen as like aliens or something.
I don't know.
I
think Jim Jarmusch is so far up his own ass, he's actually just coming out of his own mouth.
Yeah, I don't know much about style, but I love we had to have that Tarantino moment.
Yeah, we gotta talk about other better movies.
And I was like, oh, it's like this woman. It's like, oh, I like your car. It's very romantic. It's like, oh, I like your knowledge about zombie films. Like,
yeah,
it's like Tarantino sucking his own dick about how much he knows about films.
But even then, it's like making a big deal. Oh, it's very Romero. It's like, how? How is this? How does that car remind you of any of the Dead movies? Considering I don't think that particular car is in any of those movies. If it is, it's in there briefly. Because most of those movies are very static. Which is fine. That's how the movies are meant to be. So it's like, so we made a statement without understanding the context of it. Cool, Jim. You're quite an idiot.
Or, well, there's a motel you can stay in down the way. It's very old school motel. Like Psycho.
No, the one guy's like, oh, it's like Psycho, like Bungalow and stuff. It's not a Psycho.
It's not a little bungalow.
Like, I don't fucking care, guys. I really don't. I really don't care. It's a stupid thing you want to say. And even then, it's like, who cares? Why? Jim, do you think you're being smart? Do you think you're saying anything? You're not. Not even flating yourself. It's like you're just sticking it in your own ear. It's like, look, I can ear
Yeah,
fuck.
it's like you're just regurgitating rhetoric that has been around since, what, the 60s, 70s, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, mass consumerism. You know, like, we need not be so materialistic. And yes, that's true, but...
Other movies have said it and done it better.
And also, what can you do? We're human beings. We're stupid.
Yeah. It's like the director really had this idea of what he wanted to do, and many people probably were like, have you seen Dawn of the Dead? Any of them? Both? You know, the original, second one, or not second one, but, you know, the, you know, reboot, no. Remake, no. Never see him, Jim? You want to go sit down? It's like 2 hours. But now he's like, no, I don't see films. Films see me.
And we have another attempt at humor with a Star Wars reference.
Yeah, because Adam Driver has...
Like, it has, like, Star Wars keychain.
He has a Star Destroyer on his keychain.
Like, oh, Star Wars. Like, yes, no, thanks. Yeah, we know he's been in Star Wars movies.
Yes, we totally forgot that Adam Driver is Kylo Ren in 2 of the highest grossing Star Wars movies of all time. Thanks for that film.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't really try and do more with that kind of, you know, references and humor.
Because the movie's too stupid to know how to do that.
Like, you even had an idea about, like, Selena Gomez introduced at one point, and they turn on the radio, and The Dead Don't Die by Sturgill Simpson is playing yet again.
This song is played 5 or 6 times in this movie, and I'm like, I fucking
Or
hate
they
this
reference
song.
it, like in between playing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, The Dead Don't Die by Sturgill. Like, you know, picking up the CD.
It's like, ugh. We get it, movie. You think you're smart. You're not, but you think you're smart. It's like a 4-year-old that's like, Mommy, I know what 2 plus 2 is. I'm the smartest kid ever. Yeah, sure, you're smart. Just quit eating glue. She's like, oh, that poor kid. They're not going to know what to do when it comes to actual life.
Yeah, but they could easily put on, like, a, you know, Selena Gomez song. And have her, like, oh, I hate that song. I hate that chick, you know. It's like she can't sing. Or,
Yeah, that'd be
you know,
fun.
kind of like poking fun at herself, and then like turn it over to a different station. And maybe, you know, The Dead Don't Die is playing.
Yeah, like if this wanted to make an issue about if it wants to make any kind of metatextual thing, deal with movies or deal with songs or anything like that, this movie needs to go whole hog. It feels like it doesn't even like stick its foot in. It barely sticks a toe into this conversation. The bigger thing that it wants to push is this anti-consumerism thing. But again, the Selena Gomez thing would hit on both of those aspects. Because Selena Gomez is a pop artist. It's like that would be something to say. But no, we don't get that. Instead, we get just stupidity. Or we get lameness. Or we get the movie dragging its feet till its plot starts.
Or we get anvils of not subtlety.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, consumerism. Zombies are consumerists.
Yeah, humans are consumer zombies. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, the
You're
only
so
one who
bright.
survives the damn film is Hermit Bob, who lives out in the woods and observes the whole thing and gives his commentary on shit.
Yeah, played by Tom Waits, as Megan said earlier. I think he's just high off his mind the entire time. Hell, they have Iggy Pop randomly show
Playing
up.
himself.
Yeah,
essentially.
he's a skeleton-like zombie.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's Iggy Pop.
Like, yeah.
And then they also have RZA randomly in there because he needs... I guess RZA was bored for a week. So, hey, can you show up and do a couple scenes? Sure, cool. This movie sucks, y'all. It's bad.
And of course, I had to take a couple jabs at Republicans.
A couple jabs? Yeah, Jim Jarmusch thinks he's smart. I make good content. Get your pancakes.
Like, you're not subtle, dipshit.
Yeah, and because you have, what's his name? I can't remember.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi.
Playing this farmer named Frank.
Why he didn't just call him Donald or Mitch, Just be whole hog, dude.
He's got... Yeah, he's like, blue-collar farmer. He's got all these guns. And he wears a red hat that instead of saying, make America great again, says, keep America white again. You're not clever.
The worst thing is like, just get off my property. It's like, he actually has a reason to be. He doesn't want dead people who are trying to kill him on his property. I mean, dear God, Jim, you're stupid.
Like, go away, trespassers. Oh.
And that's so stupid. It's so lame.
And totally unrealistic because, like, blue-collar gun owners, they're the ones with all the guns. Of course, they're going to survive the apocalypse.
They're the psychos who are getting ready for this shit.
I want to say, they're the one, like, probably building bunkers on their property.
They probably have already a game plan and probably have slits cut out in their walls so they can shoot arrows out of it when they run out of ammo.
It's like trying to learn all this, like all these skills they're going to need to survive the zombie apocalypse or any kind of apocalypse.
Yeah, it's like Jim wanted to have this.
They're paranoid, but they will survive for a reason.
Yeah, it's like Jim is just too stupid to understand what he's even making fun of. It's like he doesn't understand what even comedy is. A lot of times he just seems to completely miss the point of either what his joke is or what it is even that he's making fun of. And it feels like he's created a movie that needs to exist within a vacuum of itself. Because you have to not know what Dawn of the Dead is. You have to have not watched a single zombie film in, 50, 60 fucking years. You also have to have not watched a single film in 50 to 60 fucking years, except for Jim Jarmusch films. If I mispronounce his name, fuck him, I don't care. He's a douchebag.
Jim Jardouche.
Yeah, Jim Jardouche. I gave him that one earlier. And also, you have to be this just ultra almost left of Stalin in person to buy into any of this stuff. And also, you still need to have almost an encyclopedic knowledge of film and understanding of, instead of looking at movies for their dramatic qualities or their stories or anything like that, you need to be one that only looks at it for their actual qualities of like, well, how is this made? How is the sound quality? How is this? Well, what about this actor? How did they feel during this? Well, who gives a shit? It's like if they did a great performance, it's a sign of a great actor, especially if they fucking hate their role. But it's like Jim is an actual alien. He is Tilda Swinton in this because he's just this creature that happens to exist in a plane of existence that doesn't have anything to do with humanity. Because he just doesn't seem to know what anything else is. And like I said,
Well, most art house directors seem to be that way. Like, you don't get it because it's art. It's too clever for you, peasant.
Yeah, and that's just the biggest problem. And that's usually what I have an issue with whenever it comes to a lot of, for lack of a better way to put it, art house directors. It's not the problem that it's too smart for me. Sometimes I might say...
Like, you're not as clever as you want to think you are, asshole.
That usually is what it is. Or, more importantly, the ideas that it wants to get across, they are vague to the point to where they're actually nigh intelligible. Or unintelligible. You're just unable to piece this to this other idea because of how poorly it's implemented. And that's the problem with this movie. Again, Zombieland did a better take. Shaun of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. Day of the Dead. I will even throw out the shitty remake of Day of the Dead. Had better takes on zombies and consumerism and how and humans and how we react to dehumanizing factors a lot better than Jim Jarmusch can understand shit. And I know people may say, well, he's just direct. No, he also wrote this piece of shit. So he obviously understood what he was doing, but he didn't know really what he was doing. He sucks. That's just the plain, simple fact of it all. It sucks. So, anything else you want to say about The Dead Don't Die? Thankfully, the movie does end.
Eventually.
Yeah, much like a zombie, it drags its ass over till it finally fucking just croaks.
Yeah, I kept hoping for the dark comedy we saw in the trailers. Like, okay, that looked funny. Actually, kind of. I was like, okay, maybe it just takes a while to start up. Like, we're like 30 or 45 minutes in the movie, and it's like still not really that funny. It's like, god damn it.
And I'm just plodding along. Hell, the movie really doesn't start up in terms of zombies till 30 minutes in, nearly. Till you finally see Iggy Pop and some other lady kill these two people. And it's like...
Yeah, kill these two waitresses in this diner, and then... Like, oh, coffee, oh, coffee.
Consumerism, it's evil. You should all be Stalin.
But it doesn't really get going until, well, like an hour.
Hour and 10 minutes, nearly.
Yeah, into the film.
And it's like, oh my god, movie, please fucking go forward. Like, hell, Dawn of the Dead, any of these zombie flicks, they start. It's like they get going. They're moving along. Maybe they slow down in the middle, and that is a bit of an issue. But at least they don't take forever and a day to start. But, ugh. That was a swell way to start up October, I guess. Or get us in an October mood. So...
Starting not with a bang, but with a whimper.
That didn't prove to be a whimper. So what would you give The Dead Don't Die as a final score?
Well, you know, we totally got to give it a 10. That's how much we enjoyed it. No.
So smart.
Yeah, no. In case it wasn't obvious, what?
Jim doesn't even get my middle finger. He gets my pinky. Because that's how little you matter to me. It's a 1, dude. Yeah, you aren't even worth wasting a middle finger on. Alright, so we need to talk about October. Just to let y'all know, October, again, is going to be a little bit of an odd month. Not because of the fact that we want to try and keep doing these Redbox, Netflix reviews. I actually like doing them. I like throwing out random reviews every now and then.
Shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, just a little shaky. It's just the issue that... The best way to put it is October's got some movies coming out that we're like, I really don't want to see that. I don't think there's going to be a lot of showtime. Just like with Judy and Abominable. There were some shows for Abominable, but I was looking at them like, I really don't
I don't want to see
care.
either.
Yeah. There are not enough shits I don't give.
Because here's the thing. Judy, it's not just about Judy Garland's life. It's about one period in her life.
Yeah, and...
Like when she's like in London, I think just before she died or something.
Yeah, and I don't care. Especially a PG-13 version and talking about her...
Her life.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't care. It's not going to show her actual real drug issues.
Well, mostly I think her drug choice was pills.
Yeah, but still.
Mistaken.
There's only so much you can say about that now without becoming an R. Because the MPA are weird. We're going to go slit our wrists and go watch Joker next week. We do this weekend, technically, because it's not Sunday. Of course. Fucking Joker. I cannot tell you how much I don't care, how little I'm looking forward to seeing this piece of shit, but I ain't got a choice.
It's a big movie, and we got to give the peoples what they want.
Yeah, so there'll be my feet hanging, that's for sure. The weekend after that, weekend of the 11th, we're probably going to see Gemini Man. Might make a special allowance to also see the Addams Family. Not because I'm particularly looking forward to it, but because this one is a huge fan of the actual original series and the 90s films, which I fucking hated.
I'm not looking forward to the new Hounds film.
It's in the same vein as the 90s films.
I mean, like, I watched reruns of the old show on Nick at Night. I've seen the animated series they did in the 90s. Pretty much the same actors. And I like the 90s movies.
It's got the same humor as the 90s movies. That's why I don't know why you're against them. Like,
It looks so... Humor. I know Tim Burton had nothing to do with this, but it looks so, like, Tim Burton-esque.
But to be fair, that would make sense. It's Tim Burton.
He used to keep his grubby paws on my ass, family.
How dare a dark comedy guy deal with my dark comedy? Megan's weird, folks. She's very weird.
I don't like Tim Burton.
You've liked a number of movies he's done. But the week afterwards, the weekend of the 18th, we're going to actually see 2 movies. So you're definitely going to have 2. Jay and Silent Bob reboot, simply because we're actually looking forward to it. I actually really like the original. I know some people are like, it's really dumb. It's like, exactly. But the other one, of course, is going to be Zombieland Double Tap. Been looking forward to it. Trailers don't look that great, so I'm like, it's probably going to be bad, but... I've seen worse this year, like today. And then the last week, like nothing really comes out that I have heard of or seen a trailer for. So what we're probably going to do is make that a Netflix and Redbox night, as we call it. So we'll give y'all at least a few reviews, and we'll probably do some horror movies is what we'll do, because that's right before Halloween. So, we'll get something nice and spooky. But that's The Dead Don't Die. You can continue missing it. It's not worth 5 seconds of your time. But hey. We'll see y'all next week with, me just blowing my brains out with Joker. So
probably not going to incite violence that people are worried about. Probably going to incite boredom and naps.
Asthma sucks. But we'll see how bad Joker is. But until then, see y'all later. So bye bye, everybody.